Hey guys, thanks for coming back to 3-Day Weekend. I'm here with Provolone today, and she has let me down in a big way. Broke down on a trail. Let's see what's going on. So here's what happened. Driving on our own trails, 4 miles in, trails that we've done it 100 times. And I go around this little thing and I try to turn around and go the other direction, and it won't go. And I'm putting my foot to the floor and it's just not doing anything. So I look down, because I'm going to shift it in reverse thinking I'm stuck. And I notice there's a check engine light and a temperature light. I look over at the gauges and this one is red all the way up, and it says 248 degrees on it. 248 degrees. So clearly it's overheated. So I stop, shut it off, get out, tell everybody, because I'm the leader, that I'm broke down, and everyone gets out and we start looking at it. I fire it back up, notice the fan is not running at all. This has 1,168 miles on it. 110 hours. And as you've seen, I've done all the service on it all the way through. But something has gone bad with the fan. So we get out and we start looking at the fan circuit. So if you find yourself in this situation, this is what you're going to want to check. First is the fuse, which is inside this. I thought it'd be under there with the rest of the fuses. Up in that little box. Here. Where's my finger? Oh, there it is, way up there. But no, it's under the center console, under these random Easter eggs. You know, when you have kids, you don't ask questions, you just, it is what it is. And then the fuses are underneath this cap, which you see is labeled. And you pull this little lever out, and you pull the other one out, and this cover comes off. But it's tethered to the machine so you don't lose it. And fan is the 4th one down, and there's a spare. So naturally we pulled out the fuse, looked it over real good, tested it, seemed fine, threw the spare in its place, still no fan came on. Bummer. So once we found this wasn't going to be serviceable on the trail, let it cool way down, and then drove it. It's very short, 1,000 feet maybe to the nearest house on the trail. A friend of ours, he let me pull it in the garage so we could do some more testing. From there, we started doing tests on the circuit itself. So the circuit, obviously, fuse first, and then that brought us up here to this connection. It has 3 wires going into it. We got a big red, a big black, and a little wire. Red positive, black negative. The little wire is a trigger. It's not your traditional trigger, it's a digital signal coming from the PCM. So I can't really test it. But you can test, make sure you have power getting to the fan, which is positive and negative. Don't try to short anything out because it's not going to turn it on. There's a module in the fan that's interpreting the signal from the PCM, and that's going to tell you to turn it on or off. So we tested it there. I have 12 volts. That means the fuse is good. I'm connected, circuit breakers, all that. Everything is good. My problem is either the PCM or the fan itself, that module. Either of those two things I'm not happy about. But what are you going to do? The silver lining in all of this, which is, I don't know, it's a blessing and a curse all at the same time, is it's still under warranty. Downside is it has to go to the dealership. I have no way to tell if it's the PCM side or the fan side. I'm going to clean it off a little bit, get it on the trailer, and take it down to the dealership. Just started it up, and the check engine light's back on. Code is fan relay driver circuit. I bet you it says to contact the dealer. Yeah. I did that. Thanks for the help. All ready to go. All right, I'm gonna hit the road, get this thing down there. We're here at the dealership. I'm just gonna drop this off and they're taking it from there. We'll see what happens. What's gonna be an eternity for me is going to be a snap of the finger for you guys. So, see you on the other side. We got it. 2 weeks it took total, but it's back. So I'm gonna get it home and we'll talk about what happened. All right, let's hit it. We're back home. Very rare sight. You don't normally see this machine out in the barn, but there's broken machines in there. Anyway, new fan assembly is what we ended up getting. The module was bad. It threw that check engine light, which I think I showed you in the parking lot a couple weeks ago. And that was the fix. So it can only be two things, the fan or the computer. And since we had some kind of DC signal, I could see it with the multimeter. It's 0.3 volts or something. That tells me that the wire is good and that the computer was sending out something, but the fan wasn't responding. So those are the two parts. I've heard on the forums, some people have replaced the fan, others have replaced the computer. Either way, that was it. So she is back in business and hopefully we'll go on a ride very soon. So that concludes this disaster. Wasn't really that bad. Warranty did cover the whole thing though. Forgot to mention it. In the meantime, thanks for watching. Don't forget, click here, subscribe to the channel, and check out some of our latest videos. All right, we'll see you on the next one.